Satay chicken is pretty popular, so I thought, why not transform it into an entire curry? This is so delicious, and a lot of the ingredients you'll probably have in your pantry, like curry powder, soy, and some jarred curry paste. I'm going to be using some red curry paste today. It works really nicely with the peanut butter. Now we need to marinate our chicken, so I'm going to be using some chicken thigh because it's got a bit of fat through it so it won't dry out. Don't use chicken breast for this recipe. So in a bowl, I'll add about a tablespoon of vegetable oil or any neutral oil. I'm going to use a fine grater to grate about a tablespoon's worth of fresh ginger. The finer the ginger and the garlic is, the more intense the flavour is going to be on our chicken. So it's about a tablespoon there. 1 clove of garlic. Again, going to mince it. Perfect. And the lemongrass. And I'll just take some of the base off, not too much, because this is where all the flavour is at the base. Up here it gets too woody. So I'm just going to cut a small amount off. And look at that. The smell is like nothing else. I love this ingredient. If you've got too much, what you can do is just place it in the freezer and you can use it for another curry, so don't waste it. And then, just like the other ingredients, I'm going to finely grate it. And the smell, it's just wonderful. Okay, that should do it. Some curry powder. I'm using a Malaysian curry powder. This one has a wonderful yellow colour because of the turmeric in it. So we'll add that. And some soy sauce, light soy sauce. And it's not a huge amount of marinade. We just want it to lightly coat our chicken because, again, we're going to be making a sauce afterwards. So we'll give this a quick stir. That right there is a flavour bomb. So much going on. Excellent. Now we can add our chicken thigh. I'll add a pinch of salt, just a small amount because we do have the soy in there. And then coat the chicken pieces. Good. Now, if you have some time, of course, marinate this in the fridge overnight, or like me, if you just want to get straight into it, we're going to cook this. So on with the pan, we want this to be a medium to high heat. We'll add another splash of oil. Don't need too much because we do have some in the marinade. And I'm going to cook this chicken for about 3 minutes on each side, turning it regularly so it doesn't burn. Now I've turned this chicken a few times so that marinade doesn't burn. It's got a lovely crust, so we'll take it out of the pan. It's pretty much cooked. It's just going to need a few more minutes in the sauce right at the end. But for now, onto a plate. Fantastic. And for our red curry paste, a few tablespoons. And this just makes a midweek dinner so much easier by having this in the jar ready to go. And then using a wooden spoon, just give that a good stir. And you want to toast off that curry paste because there's all raw ingredients in there. So you want to start to mix it and you'll see that it start to split and it's really fragrant. I'll add 1 whole can of coconut milk. All right, this is bubbling away. So in with our peanut butter. Use any type of peanut butter you like. My preference though is crunchy peanut butter. And as this peanut butter warms up, it'll start to melt in to this lovely sauce. Now see how that's really thick? We're going to thin it out just with some warm water. Now this is the perfect consistency. See, that's almost like pouring cream. Now we need to balance the flavours in here. So the holy trinity, if you like, we've got some fish sauce, sugar and lime. So we'll add the fish sauce for some saltiness, a small splash, some sugar, so the caster sugar, sprinkle that in, and some lime. I want to get the most out of this lime, so I'm going to be using the zest and the juice. So much flavour in the zest, so using that fine grater again, just to zest that lime directly into the sauce. I'm actually going to turn it off now because it's thick enough. And once it's turned off, you can add the lime juice. Never add the lime juice while it's cooking because we're going to lose a lot of its characteristics. So just turn it off and then just add it right at the end so we get that pop of freshness. It's a really juicy one. Now we can return all of the chicken and all those juices into our pot. And then essentially we're just heating up that chicken because, as I did mention, it is cooked through. Now we'll fold that through. You can see there's a lot of sauce there, but that's okay because the rest of that sauce is delicious the next day, just with some extra rice. It is just so yummy. Okay, let's plate this up. So large plate. I'll grab some rice that I've just warmed up. Pop that to one side. Perfect presentation. And we'll add a few of these chicken pieces onto our plate. And that yummy red curry and peanut butter sauce over the top. And for some fresh garnishes, cucumber, almost like a little mini salad on the side. We're going to cut this on an angle, a few slices. Pop them on the side. Some fresh chilli. These long red chilies are not too hot, so I'm going to add that not only for the colour but for the flavour. And some wonderful Asian herbs, some Thai basil, Vietnamese mint over the top, and texture. So some peanuts to really echo the flavours with the peanut butter. We're going to just chop them up roughly. And a little sprinkle over the top. That's my kind of dish right there. It's done in moments. You don't have to cook it for a long time. The sauce really comes together nicely within a few minutes. Chicken thigh, the best chicken to use for this curry. It's yummy. You know what? Even the kids are going to love this. The whole family's going to love it.